Harley, can you please explain why collarbones become more pronounced when someone decreases body fat or body fluid? I'll tell you why. If you look at it on a physiological perspective, we look at bodybuilders. Bodybuilders have low body fat levels and they take diuretics before competitions to lower their body fluid levels to appear more lean, more cut. And a lot of bodybuilders take skin thinning agents, so the skin's thinner, and that appears to be more vascular and more lean and it's good for the competition standards. Not good for your health, but we're not talking about that. So when you can see the collarbone more, it means there's less fat, there's less fluid, because there's no muscle. The deltoid doesn't cover the collarbone, the pecs never cover the collarbone, the trapezius never cover the collarbone, the rhomboids of the neck, they don't cover this collarbone area. That's why you can see the collarbone on marathoners with low body fat levels to 250-pound bodybuilders with low body fat levels. You can see the collarbone. The people you can't see a collarbone on are people who have excess fat and or excess fluid. They're holding on to these things. So a lot of time when people drop fat or fluid, they're sincere but sincerely wrong. Grandparents or parents or friends or themselves might say, oh, I'm losing muscle. It's like, no, you're losing fat, you're losing fluid, and you might be shocked at how under-muscled you are, and that's driving your mindset there. Or your friends wouldn't have a clue about human physiology, so you're starting to listen to them. I'll tell you what, listen to your athletic friends who have an understanding of human physiology, and look at people in top athletic sports. That's how the human body's going to run if you do a lot of cardio or if you do a lot of weightlifting, things like that. You get bigger if you do weights. If you pick up heavy objects, the muscle gets bigger. If you do a lot of cardio, the body gets lighter, gets leaner, the bones get stronger, things like that. So again, take advice and people getting the results you desire. And recently a friend said, I've got a friend who started eating some fish and they started packing on the muscle. And I said, oh, tell me more. And they're like, they started adding 1 ounce of fish a few times a week and they just started putting on lots of weight. And I'm like, well, they're obviously eating more than 1 ounce of fish per week because 1 ounce of fish is roughly 30 calories. So if someone put on noticeable size, they're even adding a lot of salt to their diet, that's giving water retention, or they're taking creatine, which gives water retention, or they're eating a lot of calories from foods that they're not really proud about. And that's sort of fine. Well, it's actually not really fine because it's going to fuck up your health. But in the long term, we're looking at increasing muscle mass, decreasing body fat and fluid levels, and understanding human physiology, if that's your goal. That's my goal. My goal is health and fitness. So I do what it takes to be a better cyclist, a better runner. I don't spend time in the gym because putting on more muscle as a cyclist or a runner defeats the purpose. You're carrying around more muscle, it's going to drop your power to weight ratio. Sure, if I had an injury where I couldn't cycle or run, I'd probably get into the weights as my third preference there. So you've got to train specifically. And the whole notion that you've got to eat meat to get muscle, it's a laugh because I go training and I'm kicking people's ass on the bike, out running, even if I go to a party and people challenge me to a bench press competition, I was like, yeah, I'll step up and kick your asses. It's incredible because you'd think that all the animals that get consumed in society, that I'd be walking along the sidewalk and just be bumping shoulders with like bodybuilders, like grandma bodybuilders and grandpa bodybuilders have been eating animal products every meal, every day, literally, of their life. You think they'd be like walking hulks down the street, that people in bodybuilding scenes who are eating 10 steaks a day wouldn't need to take a protein powder on top of that, or B12 supplements on top of that, or testosterone on top of that, or steroids on top of that, or creatine on top of that, or carnitine on top of that, or these primal blueprint paleo solution, whatever, fad diet, protein powder supplements on top of their animal-based diet. You wouldn't think they'd have to do that if eating meat was meant to give us so much muscle, which it doesn't. Food doesn't give you muscle. Training gives you muscle. Carbohydrate calories provide the red blood cells, the mitochondria, basic human physiology. Basically, end of the day, you want to eat enough carbohydrate calories so you can train in your preferred sport, in your preferred activity, to build the physique that you enjoy having. And I like smashing the bike and running fast. That feels good for me, so I train specifically for that. I eat enough calories so I can keep doing the training and keep recovering, so all is sweet. So hopefully that makes sense. Eat right, train smarter versus harder, and don't take advice from grandma who's sincere but sincerely wrong. Thanks for watching.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go, the start of the 2011 Kona Dirty Weekend. And the 250 riders taking on the course for the night plus 24 hour.
So Robert Cheek's book is a great book for people who don't want to focus on cardio, they want to focus on muscle and strength gains. Check out Robert's book at veganbodybuilding.com.